Okay, guys, today we're going to put everything together. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide all of our rational numbers. So we're putting everything together into one. Okay, so the same thing applies just when we were doing everything else. We want to make sure it's all in fractions or all in decimals. And we want to make sure we're using our order of operations, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, guys, so if there is both multiplication and division in the problem, then we want to make sure that we do multiplication and division from left to right. Okay, and then the same with addition and subtraction. We want to make sure we're doing addition and subtraction from left to right. And then remember to convert to your correct form for your answer. Okay, if you still need a little bit of help with that, let me know and I'll get you to what you need. Okay, so we're going to do some examples, and I got it hooked up to my document camera so you can see a little bit better here. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do 5.4 times 0.76. So we're going to look at that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so we're going to do negative 2 divided by 0.45. Let it focus. There we go. Okay, so negative 2 divided by 0.45. So they're already basically in decimal form. I'm in the wrong place. There we go. 0.45 times 3/5. There we go. Okay, so we're going to first do our division first because we do multiplication and division first. And if I have multiplication and division, I'm going to do whatever comes first, and that's my division. So remember, top in, bottom out. So that negative 2 is going to go inside because that's essentially a fraction, negative 2 over 0.45. Okay, because that's what the division symbol is. The fraction bar is a division symbol. We're going to put 0.45 on the outside. Okay, I can't divide with just this decimal here, so I've got to change it to a whole number. And I do that by going over 2 decimal places, which means on here I'm going to go over 2 decimal places. Okay, so I end up with 45 going into 200. Okay, so 45 goes into 200. Let's see. 50 times 4 is 200, so maybe 45 times 4 is 200. Let's look at it. Sorry, not 200. 5 times 4 is 0. Carry the 2. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18. That's 180. Okay, so we're going to do 4 times. Brings down 20, and we're going to keep going. 4 and 20 45ths. Okay. Okay, and then I want to convert that 4 and 20 45ths. I'm going to convert that. Okay, we're going to divide 20 and 45 by 5, and I get 4. 20 divided by 5 is 4, and 45 divided by 5 is 9. 4 and 4 ninths. And then we're going to do this fun little trick to get from a mixed number to an improper fraction. We're going to multiply and add. In class, we called it Texas because it looks like a T and an X on top of each other. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 is 40. So we have 40 over 9. Okay, so now I have 40 over 9, and I'm going to bring down this 3/5, multiply by 3/5, because that's the last thing I've done. Multiply by 3/5. And then we can just multiply straight across. 40 times 3 is 120. 9 times 5 is 45. And then I can divide both of these by 5 to get where I'm at. 120 divided by 5. 5 goes into 10 twice. And then a 4, 24 times. And 45 divided by 5 is 9. Then I could still divide that by 3. Okay. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, this is the correct answer. Or when I put it as a mixed number, 3 goes into 8 2 times, because 3 times 2 is 6, and 8 minus 6 is 2. So that's my leftover, 2/3. Okay, let's pull that out so you can see it all at once. Take a screenshot of it if you need to. Pause. You can always go back and pause on all of the problems. Okay. Let's focus. Okay, and then we're going to go on to number 2. Number 2 is 5/3 times 1 minus 0.6. Remember, we want to do what's in parentheses first. That's my P. So we're going to do 1 minus 0.6. 1.0 minus 0.6. Make sure you line up the decimals when we're subtracting. Take that away, that 1, borrow, make that a 10, and we get 0.4. So we're going to do 5/3 times 0.4. Okay, anytime a number is just right next to that parentheses, it means we're multiplying. Okay, 0.4 as a decimal, that's 0.4 is 4/10 because this is the tenths place. And I can reduce that by 2 on each of them. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay, so I get 5/3 times 2/5, and that is 10 over 15. 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15. And then I can reduce both of these by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. And my answer is 2/3. Okay, look at that. Take a minute, go over it, screenshot it, go rewind if you need to. Okay, and then we're going to do our last one. We've got 3. Number 3, that's 4 plus 3.4 times 5/8 minus 6.7. I know you're like, Miss Howell, that's a lot of numbers, okay? But we'll get through it together. So we want to do parentheses first. What's in the parentheses first? So we're going to do 5/8 minus 6.7. Let's look at what 6.7 is. 6.7 is 6 7/10. Okay. And then I'm going to do 10 times 6 is 60 plus 7 is 67. So 67/10 minus 67/10. Okay. We're going to put those into common denominators. 80 minus 80. Okay, 8 times 10 was 80, so 5 times 10 is 50. 10 times 8, 67 times 8. 67 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56. 8 times 6 is 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So it's 5/36. Okay, and then I can subtract 5/36 minus 50. That's a 6. 5, 6. That's an 8. And that's a 4. So we're left with 486 over 80. Okay. We're going to do 4 plus 3.4 times that. Okay, so let's see if I can do 80 goes into 486. Okay, by my decimal. 80 times 5 is 40. 80 times 6 is 480. So let's do that. Times 6, 480. We got 6 left over. Bring that down. 80 does not go into 6, so I can't do that. 60. 80 goes into 600. 8 times 7 is 56, so we're going to use that. 8 times 7 is 56, so that's 560. I'm left with 40 left over, and 80 goes into 405 times, so it's going to be 4 plus 3.4 times 6.075. Okay, and I'm going to do that on the back. 6.075 times 3.4. Okay, 5 times 4 is 20. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 2 is 30. 0, 3, and then 24. Okay, and then we put a 0 placeholder. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 3 times 6 is 18. 0, 5, 5, 6, 10, 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 20.655. Okay, so I've got 4 plus 20.655. Okay, if I do that, 20.655 plus 4, that's a 4.0. Line up your decimals. Okay, and I get 5, 5, 6, 4, 2. And that's my answer, 24.655. I know. All the way up here, instead of doing fractions, we could have just converted 5/8 into a decimal if you wanted to too. Okay? So you may have been able to do that and do that easier if you wanted to. We could do that. Okay?
Teachers, please release the students to the buses, please.
Sorry about that. That's the last of it. If you're still having trouble with it, let me know and I'll find something extra to help you with it and get some extra work going on that. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.